Center City, this is Good Day Philadelphia.
Well, it is 7:42 now. Two incidents at monster truck shows have raised some serious questions about the show that's headed to our area. Plaintiff's attorney Tom Klein is in Studio 29 with a look at what you should know before you go. 7:50 now. The Spectrum will host a monster truck show in just about 2 weeks. And in the past, the event has been, well, quite popular.
Well, with two deadly accidents in recent weeks, families are now taking a second look at these shows. Trial attorney Tom Klein is here with us this morning. Good morning. Thank you for being here.
Good morning. Happy to be here.
Recent cases, a 6-year-old in Tacoma, Washington was struck by a piece of a truck and died. And then later this week, a promoter walked in front of a truck. Now, that's another issue. There was obviously a communication error there. But does something have to be done with these shows, because now we are starting to see things fly into the stands?
Well, after 5 deaths in the past 15 years, 40 injuries, finally I think governmental agencies and others are taking a look at it and saying, yes, there has to be regulation. If we walk into a hockey ring and we know every ring is uniform, everyone has the plexiglass, you can know what to expect, you know what to see, it's left to the promoter in every one of these monster truck events. It's left to the promoter to decide what inspections are going to need it, left to the drivers to decide what they want to do, and it's a mess. And finally, now that little Sebastian becomes, unfortunately, a poster child for this horrible situation, people are looking at it. People are saying something has to change here. It's really not safe, and a lot of people are now coming to that conclusion.
You know, there are a lot of places that aren't safe. We've talked about amusement parks with you, even baseball games. You talked about hockey games.
I'm the bearer of good news.
Yes, but Brody Frederick is 3 years old and he wants to go. Is there any safe place in that arena, in the Spectrum, I mean, or any place to have a kid if your kid really, really, really wants to go?
Well, as a guy who likes to sit close, as you know, Jen, I like to sit close.
You got the fancy seats.
Well, I like to sit close. Balcony.
Really?
For Monster Jam. Well, in this particular case, I'm half facetious. I was. In this particular case, what happened was you have a little boy, he's 25 to 40 feet away by all accounts. It's a lower level seat, and debris comes flying off a 12 or 14-year-old truck that's 9,000 pounds, that's jerry-rigged up, that has wheels that are 5 feet high, that's doing wheelies and donuts. So, of course, you can have a problem, and debris flies off of these vehicles. The place where you want to sit is not within with some place where a barrier can be broken, or where there's no barrier. And many of the arenas, they don't have barriers set up. In fact, in this case, after the Tacoma incident, the promoter said, well, we put up barriers into the, quote, most vulnerable spots. Well, that's not good enough. Safety first. I think Dr. Mike has some slogans, and I have slogans too.
Yeah. Safety
first, and in this case, safety is not being close to these trucks. The promoter who was killed last week, he was run over because there was an obvious lack of safety controls. In an airport runway, we have very rigorous safety controls. Here they don't, and it's coming to light. And I would recommend that if you take your son, that you don't sit close.
Okay. Part of the argument here is going to be, and I'm assuming here, but they're going to take the act of NASCAR and IndyCar, who say, we inspect, we do as much as we can, but still a tire can fly off, things can break. They have that argument?
Well, I don't think they have the argument because they don't have new equipment. They have old jerry-rigged trucks that are basically broken down. And they're doing all kinds of things which violate the rule of common sense. For example, a woman who won a $12 million lawsuit in the past few years, she was given one of those tourist rides on a vehicle very similar to this, a vehicle called the Gravedigger. I mean, just the names of the vehicles tell you something. And her arm was crushed. And that's because they were doing wheelies and the vehicle flipped over. Well, that conduct is not the kind of conduct that you would call safety. Safety means inspections, regulations. In Tacoma, and I would ask our city officials, maybe Fox is a better vehicle to ask our city officials. In Tacoma, L&I, their L&I, their standards, didn't come in and inspect before the event. Well, we have to, in order to promote safety, have rigorous safety standards, both the promoter themselves and then the regulating body. And if you don't have either, you're going to have a problem. The tragedy here is that there's a little boy, his name is Sebastian, and he now has been lost to his parents forever. And that didn't need to happen. Why did it happen? Because a piece of equipment from the drivetrain of the truck came flying off. Would that have happened if there had been an inspection process, if there had been barriers, if there had been all kinds of safety measures that we would expect to be taken? Why was the response time over 10 minutes, according to some accounts, in coming to his aid? These are all things that are preventable. Accidents are not all preventable. Many of them are.
Okay. Tom Klein, thank you so much.
My pleasure to be here.
We appreciate you coming on. We want you to know that we did try to reach out to the promoter. We asked their company several times to come on our show, as well as a person from the Spectrum. We do have a statement that reads in part. This is from Feld Motorsports. Feld Motorsports is looking into this tragic accident as the safety of all of our customers is our top priority. This type of incident has never happened before in the history of Monster Jam events. All of us at Feld Motorsports and all of the Monster Jam drivers and crew extend our deepest sympathies to the families involved.